Hi, this is King of Review. So here we need to find an inverse function, a function that does the opposite math of this function, y equals log base 2 of x minus 1 plus 1. The easiest way to find an inverse function is to switch x and y. So I'm just rewriting this equation with x in place of y and y in place of x. And now, if we can solve for y, we will undo all the operations around y and find a function that undoes those operations, that does the operations in reverse. So that'll give us the inverse function. So we always start with what's being added or subtracted outside of any logarithmic functions. So let me get rid of this plus 1 by subtracting. So we have x minus 1 equals the log base 2 of y minus 1. Now we need to get rid of the log base 2 so that we can solve for y. And since we know the log function is the inverse of the exponential function, there's a property that says if we raise 2 to the power log base 2 of some number x, the log base 2 and the 2 as a base cancel each other out, and we're just left with the exponent we originally had. This works for any base. It doesn't have to be a 2. Any base b to the power log base b of any variable x is just equal to x. So if we want to get rid of this log, we need to put this log in an exponent, like I have these logs in exponents over here on the right, which means we need to take the number 2 and raise it to the power of both sides of this equation. So now we have 2 to the power x minus 1, what was on the left, equals 2 to the power log base 2 of y minus 1, which we had on the right. So we have 2 to the x minus 1, and based on the property on the right, the 2 cancels with the log, and we are just left with y minus 1. So all we have to do to finish this problem is add 1 to both sides. We have y by itself, and we have on the other side 2 to the x minus 1 power plus 1. And there's our inverse function, choice D. Thanks for watching.